Christine, my girl, this one's for you. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what's in my makeup bag, my everyday makeup bag. So this is kind of a lie and I feel like a scam, so I feel like I need to tell you straight up, because I don't keep my makeup in a bag, but I did just get back from Florida and I was like, I could just, you know, not empty it right away and like play it off like I keep it in the bag. Mostly I do love this bag, and most of the time I keep my makeup in a little like acrylic. I always get those two words mixed up and they could not be further apart from each other, but an acrylic little container that I slide underneath my sink. I have not put my makeup in a makeup bag, I think, ever in my life unless I'm traveling. But my friend Christine, when I did a what's in my bag travel edition, had requested a what's in my everyday makeup bag, and I figured I would share with you. If you watch my videos, this probably will come as zero shock to you because I do a lot of girl talks and I wear my makeup pretty much the same all the time. But these are my tried and true. Always have these on stock or on hand, rotate through them. I have a ton of makeup, but these are the things that I reach for every single day. And you're just gonna have to bear with me with this lighting because it's like cloudy and stormy out today, so we're just powering through. But let's get into what's in my everyday makeup bag. I love when y'all request different videos to have me film, because sometimes I just don't know what you want to see, and this is one that I'm like, duh, I've never done that. So I've never done it like straight out. So anywho, let's get into it. Let's just start digging in. Let's start with, first of all, this makeup bag. I recently got this at the beginning of the year and I love it. From Amazon. It's hard, but it's got like a canvas on the outside that's cushioned, and it's got little dividers in it, and it comes with more, and then top for your brush with a side bag or a side zipper to keep like things in, and then a flap. I love it. It's good. And it fits all my makeup in it and then some. So for the sake of the video, I put everything in here that I have in my everyday bag, like everyday spot where I do my makeup, but if I'm traveling, I don't bring all of this. So just keep that in mind. Let's start with the bulk, which is like the face products. I'm gonna try to do it in order. I probably will fail, but let's start. I do have my skincare and then my SPF in a different spot, but first things first, primer, Benefit Professional. I've used this for, I can't tell you how many years. I notice a difference when I don't use this, and I've never found a primer I like more than this. So, I don't know, it's so good. Do y'all still use that? I get embarrassed when I have to tell people I use it because I feel like no one uses it anymore, but I do. Let's go in with concealers. This is my everyday concealer that I always have and always use, the Kosas. I've probably purchased 5 of these at this point. I love it. It's not super full coverage, but it does a really good job. It doesn't crease under my eyes. I just love the finish of it, and this matches my skin tone perfectly. So I can wear this without any other makeup and it blends into my skin beautifully. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about this, and a reason why I will continue to purchase this over and over again, because it's the perfect match for me. I'm 4N in that. This, on the other hand, used to be my perfect match. Unfortunately, I'm just not as tan as I used to be because your girl is more concerned about melasma and different things like that, but this used to be my favorite. I still keep this on deck when I am like waterproof covering a zit that's like in a area that will wear off really quickly, like on my jawline, or just something that I feel like that concealer won't touch. You know what I mean? Those spots where you're just like, nothing wants to stay on it. It's like an oil slick. It's just like rubbing off. This is what I will go in. This is like heavy duty, the Tarte Shape Tape 35N medium. This used to be my favorite, like perfect color, and I would wear it all the time, but now it's just a little too thick for me. And I've gone to the store and I brought my Kosas and I've tried to match, and I cannot find anything that's the right tone for me, unfortunately. So that's a bummer, but those are my 2 concealers. I still keep the Tarte in my bag just in case, because I don't want to go digging for it if I need it. Let's move into foundations. I have a couple that I always have in my everyday stash. The first one is this guy. This is the Charlotte Tilbury. I just opened this new one because my other one ran out. I think I've gone through 4 of these. I love it. I know a lot of people have mixed reviews about it. I put it on underneath, like, so I'll put on my primer, then I put on this, and then I blend it in, and then I go in with my foundation of choice. Sometimes I don't blend it in, sometimes I do. I don't notice a huge difference if I do it either way, but this is always my base. And then after I put on my foundation, I just hit it on the high points of my cheeks and my nose. So I love this. I use it as a base and I use it to finish. And I just honestly don't think I'll ever be without it. I do want to try the e.l.f. one, but I still have that one, so obviously I'm not gonna go out and buy another one. So that's kind of like, I guess it's a foundation, but it's not a foundation. It goes on the foundation of my face, but it doesn't cover much of anything. So I've got a couple of different options that I go in either for my foundation. Today I'm actually wearing this one. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum Foundation. I love this stuff. I hate the packaging. It gets so goopy on me. Like, I feel like it's inevitable that you can't, I feel like I'm performing Operation, you know, that game where you like get buzzed. This is me with this product. I hate the packaging, and I feel like L'Oreal does that so many times. They just create crappy packaging, and then when they create a package that actually works, it's like a miracle, and you're just like, what? Why can't you just come out with a pump for every freaking foundation? This sucks. Anyway, the foundation itself is amazing. This is, I think, my second one. This is the my lighter shade, and then I go into the light medium for summer when I do have a little bit of a tan. But this is so good. I mean, I have a tan right now and I still have it on. You can warm it up with bronzer. This is such a beautiful foundation. I love it so much. It's my favorite foundation from the drugstore that I found in forever. It just blends into my skin beautifully. It gives such a radiant glow. I freaking love it. And it's a lot more lightweight. Like, it doesn't look so makeup-y on your face. So good. This, though, on the other hand, looks makeup-y on your face. But you can kind of sheer it out to make it not look makeup-y. If I'm going to be in the sun all day and I'm looking for a little bit more coverage, like concealer and foundation all in one, I go in with this guy. I always have one of these on hand. You can sheer it out with a beauty blender. You can sheer it out with an oil. You can sheer it out with a lot of different things, or you can just put a light coat on. But this stuff is good. I've had this for years and I will always have it in my bag. It's not my everyday foundation like it used to be, but it's still always a good one for me. I did switch to color. What color am I now? Oh, it rubbed off. So I'm in light medium in this now. I used to be medium, but this is thick. It's full coverage if you want it to be, but it really is a beautiful finish on the skin. It can be heavy, so go in light-handed if you don't want anything like super cakey and, not cakey, just super full coverage. Go in light-handed or mix it or do something like that. But I still really love it, and I love it for its SPF properties. I know you're not getting the full 50 SPF if you're only putting it on a little bit, but it still blocks that skin and it's still providing some coverage. I still wear an SPF underneath it, but I do love that foundation. My foundation that has been like my staple if I want to wear like more of a fuller coverage, you can still sheer this out, but I've been wearing this for years now and I love it. You can't tell me otherwise. This is my favorite foundation, the NARS. I've tried so many different NARS foundations. This is the only one that I really love. This is the light reflecting foundation. I feel like this blew up like a couple years ago and now no one talks about it anymore. And I don't know why, because it's so fucking good. This is the, I have the color, sorry, DeVille and Patagonia. Patagonia is the darker one. I can wear both. This is a bit light for me. It's more of my winter shade, but this was too dark for me in the winter. You need like less than a pump. I'm not kidding you. Like, sometimes a pump can be too makeup-y looking for me. So I will go with like, not use the full pump. But honestly, it's lasted me forever. You don't need much, and I love that it does have a pump. So yeah, I can use either one. They both warm up to my skin. This is more of like my true color, but I absolutely love that foundation. It's got more coverage than the L'Oreal, but it gives a similar finish as the L'Oreal, like a lit within glow, not like a sparkly glow, not like a greasy oily glow, like a perfect, like you can just see it glows just where it needs to glow. It's awesome. Okay, that's it for foundations. I apply my foundations with my hand and then I go in with my beauty sponge thing. This is so gross. It's like hair on it. This is just from Amazon, the Beekly, I want to say. I've bought I can't even tell you how many of these. The purple one, I will say, the only problem that I have with them is the certain colors aren't as squishy as others. This one's dirty and wet because I just used it on my face a little while ago. The purple is like my favorite consistency. It's so true to the Beauty Blender. I think so anyways. But I love these. I still rebuy them because they're such a good price and I can switch them out often, especially if you tend to break out. That's key. Powder. I was a Laura Mercier translucent setting powder girl for, I can't even count how many years, but I am no longer as oily as I used to be. I'm much drier and I want not a matte face, but I also don't want like, I have to set my foundation. There is nothing worse than feeling like you could just scrape your foundation off your face because it's not set. I hate it. So I love this powder. I've been using these little powder puff triangle things. I really enjoy them. I was using the Beauty Blender for a while, but it just wasn't doing what it needed to do. This Kosas powder is seen better days. I refuse to get a new one until I use it, even though I've literally cracked the case. That's on me, not on them, and kind of destroyed the product. Again, on me, not on them. But this is my favorite powder. If you're a drier girl, or you just don't want a super matte look, this powder is everything. This is the Feathery Cloud Set powder, or the Cloud Set powder in the color Feathery. Feathery? Feathery. I love it, and I love this little triangle puff. So that is what I use to set my makeup, and I used to set it underneath my eyes. It doesn't crease, doesn't look powdery or cakey. Let's go into face powders and blushes and whatever. These little Hourglass palettes, next season, if you did not get this, you need to look at these next year and see if a color would work for you. I cannot say enough good things about this. This is probably the makeup product I've used and reached for the most I've ever purchased. Like, I'm not kidding you how good I love, how much I love this, how good this is, whatever. Hourglass powders are just, they're superior. And if you have aging skin where you don't want a matte look, but you also can't do all the like shimmer, these powders are perfect. They're such a beautiful lit within sort of formula. You can see I've dented these babies, but still, I'll have this forever. It'll last more than 12 months, I'll tell you that. But anyway, the bronzer, love this. Most of the colors in here are exclusive to this, but still try the Hourglass powders if you're curious at all. I swear you're gonna love them. The bronzer, the blush. This blush is a bit dark for me, but I can use it just here on the apples if I want to for a touch because it's a little bit too in your face. The highlighter, I don't use a ton, but sometimes I'll just put it right there on the tip of my nose, but it's such a good highlighter. It's not chunky, it's not glittery, it's not anything. And then these little two finishing powders I will use to just put right here, just to kind of liven up my face. Where I used to get greasy, but I no longer get greasy because I'm old. That's what I will use this for. I use every single color in this palette. The only thing I wish they had was like an eyeshadow, and I would need nothing else. Nothing else. Like if they came out with this plus like just a small row of shadows down there, done. I also do have this bronzer. This is their mini. I recommend buying the minis of all Hourglass things. Their full-size things are just like, there's no way you're gonna go through them. Even if you wear it every day, there's 0% chance. I've been using this every single day since, what was it? Before Christmas, the fall sale, I think I bought this, and y'all, I don't think I'll finish this within the year. But the minis, I just bought a mini blush, and this is the mini bronzer in the color Luminous Bronze Light. This is just a bit dark. So when I'm tan, I'll go in with this. Or if it's like a night where I want it just be a little bit more bronzy, I will use this one to kind of amp up the bronzer in this one. But I still start with this one and then build with that if I want to. Setting sprays, Benefit the Professional Super Setter. My favorite setting spray, not matte, not hydrating, not dewy, not anything, just good. It helps kind of fuse your makeup together and make it look more blended. If you haven't tried this, I love it. I love the sprayer on it. I love everything about this. It's good. This I'm about to use up, and I was debating if I wanted to purchase this again, but I figured no, because I want to see how my skin has adapted to this climate. I don't feel as dry as I used to be. This is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. I loved this during the winter when my skin was dry, and I felt like didn't get a natural radiance from sweating as much. I sweat a little, but not as much as I used to. or like oil, produce as much oil. But this is good. It's pricey, and it's just a makeup setter. So it's not like anything to write home about, but I do love it and I do use it. I spray just like 1, 2, and that's it. I don't set my whole face with it, but it is a really pretty product. Let's go into eyes. This eyeshadow palette. This is a newer-ish find. I was using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette that I had for more years than I would like to own up to, probably 5, and I finally ditched it because I just wanted something small. I just wanted a single shadow, to be honest with you, but I feel like not many places besides like MAC still sell single shadows. So I got this one, and this one was still pretty small. You can see, use these 2 shadows the most, and I just line above like my waterline, not my waterline, where you would put eyeliner, your lash line. Gosh, words today. They do have the goldy glittery ones that you can put if you want to. If I'm feeling festive, I'll throw it in my eyes, but these are the 2. I've always just lined my lash line with powder for so many years now. I love it. I think it's a very natural, diffused look, and I remember when I was younger and I would look at older girls and I would see like their lash line and it was just a diffused shadow, and I'd be like, that looks just so good. So I love this little palette from Maybelline. It's cute, it's good. 2 mascaras I have in my bag are both Maybelline as well. This is my holy grail mascara. I will never not have one of these. I'll stay away from it for a while and then I come back to it and I'm like, why did I ever steer clear? This is the Lash Sensational. It's good, it's lengthening, it's voluminous, it's perfect. This is a newer one that I've been trying and I really do like it. I did like a YouTube short on it. The Falsies Surreal. I love the Falsies line from Maybelline. This is more of a voluminous, not length. And your girl's got some crazy length going on. Like, I'm contemplating trimming these because I've been using Babe Lash. It works, but I'm needing more volume. I'm getting like some like long hairs that are like looking like Scott's ears. There's that. Then I also have this one, the L'Oreal Telescopic. I honestly need to get rid of this. This is like, oh no, it's still good. It's old, but it's still good. We're gonna use it. This is for volume. Volume. It's still a really good one. I like it. This is a brow gel that I have. This is the NYX brow gel. This is okay. It's nothing like amazing. I feel like the tint is not awesome, but I do use it every once in a while, especially like if I'm going to the gym and my eyelashes are looking crazy and I slept on them weird. I'll throw this in taupe. My little freckle pen. I think this is fun. I don't use it all the time, but I got it off Amazon and I really think it's cute for like a couple little freckles on my nose and cheeky area. Even though I love to cover my melasma, I like to give myself freckles. Make it make sense, Kelly. This I need to throw away and replace with a new one because, and I already have backups. This is just so old, it has no writing left on it. It's the Benefit Gimme Brow in the color 2. It's my perfect everything. It doesn't give a ton of hold, but it gives like some volume and like color to your lashes. I use the color 2 and it's been my favorite brow product I've used since I gave up Anastasia Dip Brow back in like, I don't know, 2011, which was the worst thing ever. But this is my favorite. And if I'm wanting to give myself like those laminated look, this is the brow lift that I use from e.l.f. So I'll go in with this first and then fill in any color sparse spots with the Benefit Gimme Brow. And I love it. If I'm in a pinch, I'll do this. This has a little bit of color, but not much. But this is still like my go-to. And I don't use this every day, but I like to have it in my makeup bag. Okay, let's go through brushes real quick and then we're done. This is a new one I got from Sigma. This is their Ultimate Bronze. This is a bronze, not a contour. It's huge. Like this I use to like warm up my face, and if I want to go in with more bronzer, I'll use a smaller brush, which I'll show you in a second. I got nail polish all over my old one, so I had to replace it, but this is such a good brush. It's huge. You could use this for all over powder as well. I have this guy. This is the Real Techniques brush. I've had it forever. I use this for blush. Pretty. This is from Sephora, the 96 brush. I use this for that Hourglass powder that I was talking about, the finishing powders where I just touch right here, right there. That's what I use that. This is the bronzer brush that I replaced my old brush with. This is actually a setting powder, but I will use it just to kind of like build a little bit of extra contour if I want, and to contour my nose a little. So this is the Sigma F12. And then for just eyeshadow brushes, I keep it super basic. I have a crease brush because I put some of the Hourglass. What I use for my crease is just a mix between these two, the finishing powder and the bronzer. I just run that through my crease, just polished look. I take this guy to use to brush out my brows, and then this is the, Sephora Pro Cream Brow, but I actually don't use the slanted brush for brows. I use it to apply the shadow, the Maybelline shadow, to my upper lash line. So I just use like this. You could use a pencil brush as well. And then this is the spoolie that I use for my e.l.f. brow if I'm gonna do that. I just kind of like bend it, dip it in the pot, and comb through. So that's it. That's everything from my makeup bag, my everyday makeup, if you will. If you like to see how I apply it and whatnot, check out my Girl Talks. That's where I do all of my like tutorials. I don't talk through any of the products, but I always have it listed down below. And all my makeup is typically always listed down below, and it doesn't change a ton because this is what I use. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed, Christine, because you're the one that requested it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.